T to the V to the L to the I to the N to the E, TVLine.
Welcome back to another edition of Reality Check, your weekly deep dive into all things American Idol and The Voice. We are brought to you unofficially this week by Alexis Grace's I'm So Done. I'm here with season 6 Idol standout Melinda Doolittle. Melinda, how you doing today?
I am wonderful. I'm wonderful. We're done with auditions. I'm so done. I'm so happy. I mean, not that I didn't enjoy the process, but I'm just like, I love this part. I love when we get into the meat of the show. So I'm happy.
I'm with you. I know there are some people who are like, I only like auditions and then I'm done.
I am so done.
To me, now the competition begins. We see the wheat and the chaff all going into a combine harvester that is Hollywood Week.
Nice.
Is that how farming works? I don't even know.
I have no idea, but I know that combine harvester sounds painful, and that is Hollywood Week, so.
Combine harvester always works, whether you're discussing like Danny Gokey's Aerosmith performance or... All right, let's move along. Final week of auditions. Who was your favorite?
I have to say Rayvon Owen, right? I mean,
Correct.
We have to say that.
Correct.
And I also need to admit something here.
He is cute, so...
I know Rayvon Owen really well. I judged this commercial showcase at Belmont University, and he was auditioning, and like the man started singing, and I started sliding down in my chair, and like if I could have gotten to my shoe and thrown it at him, I would have, but I had never heard anything like it, so I kind of maybe stalked him a little bit and told him he should be my friend, and so we are now friends. I even was maybe in his last video. And maybe I'm one of the people that told him he should audition for Idol. Okay, admission done.
I will help you here because I have him ranked as my number 1, too, and he and I are not friends. It's gonna be tough for you because if he makes it to the live rounds and tanks, you're just gonna have to like go radio silent in those moments. Let's just hope he's as good as he was in his audition because Wide Awake.
And now it's clear to me that everything you see ain't always what it seems. I'm wide awake.
There's a little bit of an affectation in current R&B music where male singers do that breathy cry business, and it's just too much of it, and it's annoying. And somehow he gave you a little hint of the breathiness, but also with the power and the control and the tone.
I'm not blind anymore.
And he made me like a Katy Perry song.
Any other auditioners from here on out should take notice because what he did was the perfect audition. He chose a song that showcased his range, all the different aspects of his voice, the soft, the strong, the runs, the straight. He did a perfect audition. And I think that that's something that people maybe should, look at when they're looking at audition songs that have 3 notes.
His tone is like a sweater that I can't afford. It's just like, give me that. I want that. Like, I can't afford it. I'm not built for it.
You can wear my sweatshirt.
He's so good. Listen, I was like, don't you dare go on The Voice. You better be on American Idol. Sorry, did I say that? Let's
move on to your second favorite this week.
I think I need to give it to Ryan Pinkston. His Stevie Wonder cover, we heard maybe this much of it.
I'll be loving you always until the rainbow burns the stars out of the sky.
Even in that, it was pitch perfect on one of the harder Stevie songs to be able to sing.
They gave us like the telenovela,
Esto es una desgracia.
Twins, they gave us Harry's Chandelier. I'm not objecting to throwing in things that aren't singing related, but then you've got a singer where those 10 seconds were sublime.
Yes.
And then that's all you're gonna show us? It would be like Dairy Queen running an ad during the Super Bowl and being like, here's our healthy salad. Lead with what you've got. You're an ice cream shop. Show us the ice cream. I'm gonna give my number 2 this week to Hunter Larson.
You're getting high in April, shot down in May.
She made it melancholy and moody, and she had that sort of crumbling tone. They set her up a little bit flaky.
You speak with your left hand?
I do. I'm sorry about that.
No,
Let me
it's
take this
okay.
up. I tend to just be like...
And then I forgot all of that, too, when she started singing.
Okay. I'm not saying she was not good. She should have made it to Hollywood. That's a given. She didn't do much of the song. It wasn't even like they shortened her down. She just didn't sing much.
'Cause this big old world keeps spinning around.
She's like, I'm finished.
Short and sweet.
And then there were some areas where I felt like she kind of lost control of her voice just a bit.
But I just can't let them get me down.
All right, so do you have a number 3 for the week?
Hopefully it's yours too. Tara Honda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right here in my notes, Tara Honda.
I feel like she was so understated, just even in how they showed her audition. It was just kind of like afterthought. This girl came in and she was really awesome.
Ooh, baby, when I see your face, mellow as the month of May.
There wasn't enough fanfare about how extremely amazing she was.
Right.
I'm like, anybody hear that?
Oh, darling.
We know what this means. We've played this game before, you know. This is like Drew Barrymore at the top of Scream. Oh, Drew Barrymore is in the movie. And then like, she's not gonna be in the movie for more than 10 minutes. They're gonna cut her in a montage. Also cut, word, blah, blah, blah. And you'll never hear her sing again. And that will be the end. And we're gonna just hope that Tara Honda is brave enough to endure season 15.
No. I refuse to believe that.
For some reason, every time we say her name, I'm like, my Tara Honda don't want. I don't know why.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Work.
I do have that Nicki Minaj song on my iTunes. Do you have Anaconda or no?
Absolutely not. Can we?
Let's move right on. Tara was also my number 3. I just want to give a quick shout out to Rocky Peter because I loved his original song.
I was not like the judges. I wasn't the hugest fan of his high notes that he held out forever and ever. There's something about his tone on those low notes that was beautiful.
She's a bad, bad mama, Jima.
I think I'm glad he made it to Hollywood, but part of me is like, I only want to hear him sing songs he wrote.
Let's enact the Melinda veto and the Slezak veto for the week.
Okay, I got a veto Crazy Cat Lady.
This is Mustafa.
She was actually a Crazy Cat child. She was 15.
I'm 15 years old and I'm from San Francisco, California.
All the lead up to it.
I'm just here, rocking my pimp coat.
Yes, you are.
And then once she sang, I thought, oh, they just wanted to get the cat in there. It's not like she's going to Hollywood. And then they're like, yes, here's your gold ticket.
And it's hard to dance with the devil on your back, so shake him off.
People were tweeting the Melinda veto before I even had time to react. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm okay with this one.
And you know what else I don't want to see? A young child, 14 going on 15, being like, I got a selfie with J-Lo and maybe next time I'll get her phone number. I don't want to see it.
Next time maybe it's a number, you never know.
He's the kind of kid that in 3 or 4 years could come back on this show and maybe have a Scotty McCreery type moment, but he's just too young. When he was singing Hallelujah, I thought, I'm not getting anything here emotionally.
I'm actually not going to revoke his ticket. I was actually glad he made it to Hollywood Week. I don't think he's going to make it too far, but what I heard in his voice were some really, really cool things. And I know that his voice is changing, and so it was breaking in places, and that's not exactly what I'm talking about. There were some tone places that were gorgeous that came out of nowhere. You know, he probably will be best on the show in a few years, but for him to experience Hollywood now, it can only help him or scar him for life, but it could possibly help him.
All I'm saying is some people who have watched the Zapruder film of the top 24 have said they saw a small moppity type in there and that it could be him.
Uh-oh.
This is my love.
So Melinda, during the final week of auditions, the question of how much should personality count kept popping into my mind because I feel like the producers really didn't give us much Tara, they didn't give us much Ryan. Some of the adult contestants who came in and sang really well, maybe they've got a great personality, Maybe they were like beige wallpaper. I have no idea. But they played up a lot of these younger kids, Tiana, Adana, Reno, even Daniel. I'm wondering, like, how much should that count versus just pure vocals?
First of all, 'tis real life, really. I mean, I feel like it's the name of the game. Your personality counts for something. That's why Twitter's so popular. That's why there's some sort of personality in there that people are grabbing onto. So I understand what they're doing. I just say have the personality, but also be able to back it up with the voice. If you can do both, then I am totally in, because then that's great TV.
I'm too fly to care.
Somebody like Tiana, to me, who has that huge voice in a 16-year-old body, and that is honest with herself, but still with great personality and all of that. I want to see you on TV.
You, sir, will love me before I hate you.
Her voice was great. She is adorable, but there were just enough problems with the vocal, just enough.
Spread your wings, my little butterfly.
To make me wonder, when she gets to that big stage, or if she gets to that big stage, what's gonna happen?
These wings are made to fly.
The fact that she was aware of her pitch was the thing that really stuck out to me.
Is there anything that you're working on right now?
Mostly my pitch.
That stuff happens. Like when you get nervous, it happens. But the fact that she's aware of it gives her a maturity beyond 16 to me.
That is a great sign, because I will say, as someone who interviews everyone who gets voted off the show, sometimes you'll be like, would you have done anything differently? And they're like, nope, no sir. And you're thinking, oh wait, even week 7, week 9, and week 11, I could take this chair and hurl it out the window and it would be more musically on point than some of the things we've heard. When people are like, I wouldn't change a thing. Are there things I would change about what I've said over the course of the last 10 minutes? Yes. Always.
Most definitely.
There's always room for improvement.